YouTube, Dr. Evette here, and welcome back. Happy gardening. Okay, today's video is about me filling up my front garden beds so that I don't have to mulch. As a beginning gardener, I've learned that the more attractive, the more full the bed is with perennials, the less likely you are to have to mulch throughout the years and years to come. So that's one of my goals, fill it up with perennials that I like, that I think are very pretty, that'll grow up nicely and healthy so that I don't have to mulch. And then the second thing I've learned is that perennials come back every year, which I think I knew. Annuals are seasonal, so if I'm going to put in annuals, just do it around the perimeter. So today, I'm not going to put in any annuals. I'm focusing on perennials that'll come back year to year and perennials that I like so that I don't have to mulch so much. So I thank you so much for taking this journey with me, and happy gardening. Let's get started. 2 more to go. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've done. Right here, I already have 2 sedums growing, but I planted this one autumn fire sedum. It's an upright perennial. It should have some reddish flowers when it blooms, but it's gonna get as high as 18 inches and 18 inches wide. And so the 3 of those should grow together nicely, but this real pretty green one on the end is the one I planted up. And I'm hoping that they grow up really nicely behind this loripellum and my baby hostas over there. And I repeated the sedums here where there's 2 autumn fire sedums that'll grow up. Let me go around to the front. Hopefully I don't get any shadow or casting from the sun. And then I am going to get back up into the flower bed. Okay, and then some Shasta daisies and a gold fleece yarrow. And so the inches for the yarrow looks like it's only going to grow less than 12 inches. So I'll be okay with that. The sedum should grow up much taller than that to flank behind it. And I was thinking about putting some over here on the side, on the other side of this holly, which I think are not doing so well. I actually think they're not going to make it because they get full sun all day. And I think hollies, even though it's believed that they need full sun, I think they do like a break with some shade. But anyway, I'm off task. So right there by that loripellum and the mulch, I'm going to continue these dusty millers because I think they are perennials for me here in zone 8B. I think they're perennials, so I'm going to finish those going all the way to that trim there. So this should grow up nicely. And let me continue on over here. I'm trying to stay in the shade so I don't get a casting from the sun. And then I repeated that look over here with the sedum, the Shasta daisy, and the yarrow. And I thought this would look very pretty growing up right here in front of this Japanese yew. I'm sorry about the lighting, but I wanted to swing around to the front. So I think this will grow up pretty here in front of this Japanese yew, the loripellum, and then the holly. But we'll just see. And then I plan to leave those potted plants there. But for now, that's what I've done to try to fill up these beds. And although there's still a lot of square footage in this bed, I've got to figure out what I'm going to put in here, which will probably be bulbs and stuff that'll come up every year, like tulips and things like that. And the same thing for this space right here, something that will come up every year that's pretty and very colorful. And not that the daisies and the sedum's not, and the yarrow, but I like these type of flowers. So today was a busy day. I got out pretty early, although it's nice. I probably should have got out early morning, but it's midday and I think it's fine. But we kind of mulched in this bed. I added that ligustrum there. Hopefully it'll grow up nice like the other 3 I had already bought. Need to pull the tag off of it, lady. But I think the front garden bed is looking really good. I don't want to have to get out every year in the spring because I suffer with bad allergies and asthma, and I don't want to have to get out here every spring to plant. So I want things that can come back, and then I just really want to be able to have pretty things that I can put in the fall, winter, like the tulips and other pretty florals that can grow in to make the garden bed look nice. So as a beginning gardener, I am learning as I go. I think it's looking really good, and I will eventually try to give you a full shot of how my front beds look as soon as I figure out how to black out some things so you don't see everything and I lose my privacy, although I am on YouTube, so how private are you? Anyway, so I'm going to finish mulching in. I'm spot mulching. So what I mean by spot mulching, I'm only mulching in areas where the wood is kind of faded and gray looking, and to cover up some of the weeds so I don't have to pull them up. So I'm spot mulching. I bought 10 bags of the Scott Naturescape. It was $4.98 at the big box store Lowe's, which I like the Naturescape better just because of the way the wood chips are. And I'm going to finish mulching, and then I'll show you what the final look is once I'm done mulching. Happy gardening.